there. Thank you so much for joining me for this full length Pilates Reformer class where we are going to tweak your teaser. So I have a box, and if you find yourself sliding on the box when you do exercises like teaser or swan, there's an optional sticky mat that you can put on top of it during these exercises. Otherwise, my headrest is up, I have my handles on, and I have footwork springs on to begin. My footwork springs are 3 to 4 springs. I personally use 3 heavy and 1 medium on my machine. My heavies are greens and my mediums are reds. So I have 3 greens, 1 red, 3 heavies, 1 medium. I have my headrest up, optional neck pillow if you like. I'm going to come onto my side. I'm going to bring my feet to a Pilates feet on the balls of my feet with my heels connected. My knees are tracking over my big toes. I have a connection to my inner thigh, so my legs aren't flopped out to the side. I have a nice neutral spine. My heels are raised slightly from where they would be normally. That's just because I'd like to work in a different position today. I invite you to join me. I have my elbows bent slightly, my hand section cupped into the mat. Nice open collarbone, nice flat shoulder blades, which is what we'd like to see in our teaser, right? We're going to inhale to press away and exhale to release. As I press away, I'm going to draw in on my abs and tighten my ribs and come back in. I'm going to keep this tight box of the body so that I can keep stability in the exercises. Let's do a little bit faster pace today, as long as we can keep a neutral spine. 2 more. And 10. Now I'm going to just rotate my feet to parallel. So now my feet are separated. My knees are tracking over my big toe. I'm going to wrap my toes around the top of the foot bar, drive my heels under the foot bar. We're going to do bird on the perch. So I'm going to press out and press my heels under at the same time. So I squeeze my glutes and find a stretch across the front of my hip flexors and bend my knees to come in and press and in. I love this exercise, especially for exercises that are, especially for days that are teaser heavy, because teaser does have a lot of quad work that naturally happens. So it's nice to find a really long stretch across the front of the body for that. Drive your heels under at the same time. We don't want to see this. None of that, right? We want to do it all organically, all at once. Come back in. Now, keep the same position with your legs. Just slide your feet up so your heels are directly in the middle of the foot bar and your feet are flexed. The big toes coming back over the knee, and press out and in. Good. This exercise is a little bit easier to maintain neutral spine in because your feet are elevated. When your feet are lower, it's much more difficult to keep that neutral spine. It requires a lot more control of the box of your body. Here's 8 and 9, and squeeze it for 10. Good. Rotate the feet to Pilates feet. Slide the heels to the outside of the foot bar. Again, guys, don't flop your legs to the side. Keep that nice connection with your inner thigh. Track your knees over your big toe. Inhale out and exhale in. Inhale and exhale. Find a pause at the top and really tweeze those sits bones and think of narrowing the pelvis. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more for 10. Now, slide up to the balls of the feet and walk your feet in just a little bit. We're going to do trotting and double heel lower lift here today because we are going to work the teaser in Pilates V. So let's start out by really working that Pilates V, really rotating the femur, the hip socket, finding the narrowing of the pelvis and squeezing those glutes, and press out and in and out and in and out and micropause. Out and micropause. Good. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stay out at the top. Now both heels will slowly release under and then press up. Slope under, slope up with control. Really make sure that you're controlling that box of the body the whole time. The control is very important in teaser, right? You can't swing everything up there and just pray to God that you'll stay. Good. Here's 8 and 9. Squeeze those glutes. Oh, I had, no, there it is. And 10. Keep those glutes squeezed. Now we're going to trot. So we're going to let the left heel float under, and our right knee is going to track over our big toe. And then lift both heels. When both heels are lifted, drop the right heel under, track the left knee over the big toe, and lift. And down and up. And right heel down and up. And down. And lift. And lift. 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 6. 7. Squeeze the glutes, narrow the pelvis. 8. 9. One more to each side. Good. Now, release both heels under the foot bar. Micro bend your knees. Hold for a second and release in. Rotate the feet to parallel. Squeeze the legs together in the center. Press your heels up into a forced arch, demi-point or high heel situation. Keeping them there, press out and in. Inhale out and exhale in. Here's 3 and 4. Feel your spine elongating. Longer, 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 taller, taller, taller. And out and in. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Now, come to the side. Come up to sitting. We're going to do some single leg work today. I'm going to drop it down to 2 heavy springs. That is 2 green springs on my machine. That is where I normally do my single leg footwork, but please feel free to do what's best for you. We're going to come onto our backs. Find a Pilates V with our feet. Extend our right leg long over the foot bar. When you do that, make sure you don't drop your hip like I just did. So lift the foot up and extend it long. You keep those hips grounded. Now from there, I'm going to press out, come into a high heel, flex both feet, raise both feet, bend to my knee, resisting the springs, coming into the bumper, and extend my left leg back over the foot bar. And lift and flex both feet and point both feet into the bumper. And extend, flex, point, and in. Now, as I bring my leg up, imagine using your abs from under your ribs to bring your leg up. Flex, point, release. Now, picture that you took your teaser and you put it on its back. A one-legged teaser would look very similar to what we are doing right now. 8. So we're really just stretching out, getting the body ready. And in. Now, place the left foot on the foot bar. Your feet will be back in Pilates seat. Extend the right leg over the foot bar. Now, extend the right leg up to the ceiling as you press away from the bumper. Flex both feet, point both feet, and resist the springs as you release the carriage into the bumper. Extend the right leg over the foot bar. And press away and lift, and flex, and point, and in. And extend, flex, point, in. Extend, flex, point, in. As you do this, keep a completely still body. You want to keep the support of the box of the body completely neutral and just move the legs. And lift, and flex, and point, and extend. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Onto your side. We're going to change the springs again, guys. Sorry for all the spring changes right now. We're going to change it over to arm work, curl up, or what I like to refer to as hundreds springs. On my machine, I use 1 medium and 1 light for my hundreds and arm work. That is in curl work. That is 1 red and 1 blue. I'm going to come back on to my back. We're gonna start with some curl ups. We're gonna add some legs. We're gonna do the hundreds, and then we're going to go into rowing. So, before I begin, I'll put my heels on top of the machine. I'm going to squeeze under my arms and pull the straps down so they're over my sternum 12th rib. I'm going to find a nice neutral spine here. Walk both feet up to tabletop. From there, I'm going to inhale, exhale to curl up, inhale to lower, exhale to curl up, inhale to lower. Let's do one more and stay there. Exhale to curl up. Now, without tucking, extend the legs to the ceiling. Reach long, hands hovering off the mat. We're going to scissor our legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Both legs to the ceiling. Since that was only 6, we're going to keep our curl up unless you need a break. Please rest your head and shoulders. Otherwise, you're going to lower. 1, 2, 3. Lift those legs back up. 1, 2, 3. Again, imagining that you're lifting under your legs you're lifting your legs from muscles under your ribs. Again, if it weren't for the curl up, this would be a teaser type position. 2 more. Leave the legs up at the ceiling. Rest the head against shoulders. Hands up. Scooch away from the shoulder block slightly if you need to. Otherwise, we are going to go into the hundreds. Curl up, reach long. Lower the legs to your working level. Begin pumping. Smooth inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Smooth exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Begin tweezing the sits bones. Drop the belly to the spine. Squeeze under the arms as you reach for the foot bar. Halfway there. Don't crunch your chin to your chest. And squeeze your heels together. We're working in a Pilates seat just like we would for teaser day. Here's 8. Nice wide collarbones. And 10. Stop there. Now beat the heels for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross at the thighs for ballet beats for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet to parallel, flex them, tiny walks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tabletop. Rest the head, neck, and shoulders. Rest the feet real fast. Take them wide. Just release the arms down. Windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Your hips may float up. Keep the 12th rib on. We're going to do the beats again. The beat series again. The heel beats, the ballet beats, the walks. Tabletop, arms up. Inhale, exhale. Curl up, extend your legs. Out to Pilates seat. Beat the heels for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ballet beats. 1, 2, 3. Again, guys, cross at the thighs. 2, 1. Parallel, flex, and walk. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Tabletop. Rest the head, neck, and shoulders. Peg your straps. Come up to sitting. Drop your head rest. Reduce the spring tension to 1 medium spring. On my machine, I use 1 red. We're going to go into the rowing series. Halfway through the rowing series, we're going to stop. We're going to do the series of 3 through 5, and then we're going to turn around to the front to face the foot bar to do the rest of the rowing series. So, I'm going to place my legs through the shoulder blocks. I'm going to make sure that I have a hand width between my tail and the end of the mat. If I cannot place my legs side by side, step one leg on top of the other, and then when we do rowing series 2, go ahead and switch. I'm going to find my straps. I'm going to sit up tall. Draw my ribs in, draw my belly button in, and hinge forward gently. While I'm here, I can see that this is a very tight teaser, but if I were to take it and stick it on my sits bones, it would still be a teaser with such a nice straight back. I'm going to come to the hug a tree position with my arms, drop my shoulders up, back, and down, squeeze under the arms, wrap the ribs, tuck my tail, don't lean back, tuck the tail and move the carriage first with your tail, then articulate back and pull the straps into your sternum, 12th rib. Now open to a T, flip your palms back. Find a C-shaped curve over your legs. Lift your arms up, circle them around over the head if you have the shoulder ability, and stack my spine up to sitting up tall, hug a tree position. Tuck my tail, articulate, pull the straps into my sternum, 12th rib, squeeze under the arms, draw my ribs to my hips. Open out to a big T, flip my palms back. As I dive over my feet, my hands are going to reach for the foot bar. If I don't have the shoulder ability to lift my hands up, I'm just going to circle my arms around as I stack my spine and come back up to the hug a tree position. We have 3 more, guys. Tuck and articulate. Pull the hands into your sternum. Open to the T, flip the palms. Dive forward and lift, or leave them where they are. And articulate over, reaching for your toes. Articulate up. 2 more. Tuck the tail. Pull back. Out to the T. Flip the palms. Dive over the legs. Arms come around to the feet. Articulate up. Last one in rowing series 1. Pull the hands to the sternum. Open to the T, tweezing the bottom tips of the shoulder blades the whole time. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Now, arms come around to the feet. Pause here for a moment to stretch over the legs for a nice hamstring stretch, which will also help us lift our legs for teaser. From there, we're going to articulate back up to sitting up tall. We're in the hug a tree position, where we're going to flip our palms to face us, bringing our arms to a 90-degree angle. My elbows are in line with the upright. They're not rounded forward. Actually, mine are a little wider than the upright. From there, we're going to do a flat out. Flip your legs if you have one leg stacked on top of the other, please. We're going to flat back, hinge back. I'm drawing my belly button to my spine. I'm going to lift my arms so my biceps are by my ears. I'm going to reach forward, flat back, hinge as far as I can. Flip my palms down, round over my legs, reach back. As I begin to articulate up, I'm going to reach to a T, reach my arms forward, flip my palms, and bicep curl. Flat back, hinge back. Lift up, biceps by your ears, hopefully. Don't flare your ribs, don't arch your back. Sit up tall. Articulate over your legs, around over your legs. Reach back. Articulate up, reach to the T, reach forward, flip your palms, bicep curl. 1 more just like this, and then we're going to add on with additional lifts of the arms. Flat back, hinge back. Reach up. Reach forward. Flip the palms. Paddle behind you. Articulate up. Reach forward. And bicep curl. Flat back, hinge back. Now lift 1. Now lift 2. Now lift your whole body. Flip your palms. Reach those arms back, palms away from you. Articulate up. Reach forward, flip your palms, and bicep curl. We're going to go for 3 lifts this time. Flat back, hinge back, and lift a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a lift up. Flat back, hinge forward. Hello, super tight teaser. Round over your legs, reach back. Out to a T, reach forward, flip your palms, and pull. From there, we're going to peg our straps for a moment, and we're going to do some series of 5 exercises. Sorry about that, guys, hair problems. I'm going to scooch my booty forward, not so I'm jammed up against the shoulder block, but so I'm closer. My heels are on the shoulder, or on the headrest. My toes are hanging off. I'm going to reach my hands forward. I can use my shoulder blocks if I'd like, and articulate back. It's a little tight. Your head might touch the foot bar. You can adjust your body where the foot bar is needed. Otherwise, I'm going to rest my head, my hands real fast, draw my legs up to tabletop. If you're leaning deeper, reaching for your uprights, now draw your right leg in as your left leg extends. My left hand's going to come to the inside of my right knee, and my right hand's going to come to my ankle. I'm going to give that a little hug to get a little stretch in my glutes as long as I'm not tucking. Inhale through center, and exhale, Draw my left leg and extend my right leg. Right hand comes to the inside of my left knee. Left hand comes to the outside of my left ankle. And exhale, right leg. Exhale, left. Right. Left. 2 more. And then we're going to do the double leg stretch. If you need to, rest your head in your hands. Otherwise, we're going to go straight into it. So hug those knees in. Don't tuck them. Make sure your tail's heavy. Now, inhale to extend your arms and your legs. Exhale the arms to a T, and then exhale to pull everything in. Inhale, exhale arms to the T first, and then pull. 2 more. Now, if you need to rest your head in your hands, that's great, because we're going to elbow to knee, legs to tabletop. Now extend the left leg and rotate your body to the right to dip that right elbow off the reformer. Inhale through center, exhale to rotate and dip that left elbow off the reformer. When we're doing this exercise, don't lose your curl up. You're just rotating your curl up, not dipping and lifting. Also, don't lift your back hip. We're moving from the belly button up and drawing the ribs across the body. 1 more to each side, guys, and then we're done. Come back to center. Hold on gently behind your knees. Gently let the load of your legs rock you back up to sitting. Place your heels on the headrest. Can you bring your feet together like a prayer and still find a seated position without falling off the back of your carriage into the springs? From there, round over your legs. And find some nice deep breaths into your back. Now articulate up. We're going to go ahead and face the front. I picked a lot of exercises today that have to do with articulation and flat back exercises, because really, if you think about it, that's what teaser's all about, right? You articulate up, you find a flat back position, and you articulate back down. So, lots of articulation, lots of flat back. Keeping that in mind, we're going to go on to rowing series 3 and beyond. So, we're going to face the front. I have my legs extended long, especially for teaser. If you find this is a little bit much for you, you can come to crisscross applesauce if you'd like. But if you can find the long leg position in a Pilates feet, where you're really pulling up on the muscles on the tops of your knees for a nice straight leg, that's great. I'm going to hook my thumbs in my handles and reach my elbows towards the back, drawing my wrists together, tweezing the bottom tips of my shoulder blades. From there, I'm going to begin an almost spine stretch articulation where my head and shoulders look down first. When I need to move further, I'm going to tap my fingers down to the carriage and reach for my toes. From there, I'm going to flat back hinge up. Hello, teaser. Tap my fingers, lift. I'm going to lift my back up, 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 up. Bring my arms to a field goal position and flip my elbows back, palms down, hands come to my natural waist. Inhale, articulate down. Exhale, slide the fingers on the carriage. Lift up into a flat back position. Tap my fingers, lift my fingers. Flat back, hinge up. There's more of a natural teaser or more of a probable teaser for us all to reach because we don't work at Cirque du Soleil most likely. Inhale over the legs. Exhale, reach long and lift up. Tap my fingers and lift. Flat back, hinge up. Field goal the arms. Bring the elbows back. Palms to the ground to the natural waist. We have 2 more. Articulate, tap the mat, reach long, and flat back, and tap the finger, and lift. Sit up tall, field goal, reach the elbows back. 1 more. Reach long for the toes. Now bring the biceps by the ears, and tap the fingers up, moving the body, and lift the arms up, moving the body. Flat back, hinge up, arms wide to the side, and bring it down. From there, we're going to go ahead and go into hug a tree. I'm going to flip my hands so my fingers are coming through my handles, my thumbs on the outside, I'm going to bring my elbows slightly in front of my body. I'm hugging a giant tree. As I exhale, I'm hugging a smaller tree. Inhale to hug the big tree. Small tree. Big tree. Small tree. 2 more. 1 more. Now, I'm going to flip my palms to make a diamond shape. My fingers are still through. I'm going to flat back hinge for it like I did. I'm going to bring my diamond to the front of my forehead. My elbows are back, my elbows are in front slightly. They're not pulled all the way back. So I'm not going to flare my wrist. From there, I'm going to press my hands toward the wall in the ceiling bead, keeping my fingers and my thumbs connected, and bring it back. And press away and back. We have 3 more. After this, we're going to add on and do shave the head to the back. But if that's not an exercise for you, please stay here to the salute. Otherwise, take that same diamond position, bring it to the back of the head, and lift and lower. Here's 2. 3. Reach for it ever so gently to keep the tension in the straps. Good. Release your hands down to your hips. We're going to do circles now, arm circles. Just up to the shoulder and out and down, more like an upside down teardrop. So start down by your hips. Inhale to lift. Exhale to open to the T and down. Inhale to lift. Open and down. 1 more in this direction, and then we're going to switch. So we're going to open up to the T, bring it to in front of the uprights, not necessarily our shoulders, and down. And inhale and exhale. 1 more. Inhale and exhale. Good. We're going to go ahead and whoop, tighten the straps, you're way behind me. We're going to prepare our reformer for swan. I'm going to go ahead and bring my box up on the reformer in the long box position. If you would like, you can place that sticky mat on. We are going to keep 1 red spring on the machine. I'm going to place 1 hand on the far side of the foot bar, 1 hand on the side of the foot bar closest to me. Bring 1 leg up, bring the other leg up. Guys, the most important part of this swan is not how high you can get your back extension, but it's how much of a stretch you can get on the front of the body since we're doing so much front of the body work. So I have my sternum and 12 for lined up at the front of the box. The meaty part of my palm is pressing into the foot bar. My fingers and thumbs are all lined up with each other. My belly button's to my spine, I'm wrapping my ribs. I'm tucking my tail ever so gently. Super little itty bitty tuck. I'm squeezing my inner thighs, squeezing my glutes, using my hamstrings slightly. I don't want to tent my hips, right? I want my legs to be light. I'm going to press out on 1, lift up on 2, press out on 3, and in on 4. Is this hurting your low back? If it is, draw your belly button to your spine even tighter. If that is not working, keep the belly button to your spine and squeeze your legs together all the way. 1 more. All right, guys. That was nice. It was mostly just a stretch. We're going to come off to the side and face the back. We're going to do some arm work facing the back. And then we're going to go into backstroke, and we're going to do teaser on top of the box. If teaser on top of the box is not for you, please do the teaser on the floor. You don't need the straps. Or you can do teaser not on the box, on the carriage too, if you prefer that. Otherwise, I'm going to place my feet up towards the front of my box, my toes at the front of my box, my knees tracking over my big toe, hopefully. I am slightly away from the end of my box. I still have 1 red spring on. If this is too heavy for you, you can scooch your hiney closer to the shoulder blocks. If that's not good enough for you, or if it's still too heavy, please go ahead and reduce your spring tension. Palms up, reach them wide outside of the uprights, or to the uprights. Tweeze those shoulders up, back, and down. Draw those ribs together to stack your shoulders over your hips and bicep curl. And release. Don't drop your elbow. We want to keep our elbows high. Here's 4, 5, 6. Don't lean back. 8, 9. It's a lot of work on your abs. 10. Now, flip your palms down and pull back, trying to reach the handles to where your broad stripe is, or your sternum 12 wraps around your ribs. And forward. Don't drop your hands and pull. Tweezing those bottom tips of the shoulder blades, reaching your elbows back. Think more of rowing 3, but with the hands higher. So squeeze under the arms strongly. Here's 7 and 8. Oh, sorry, glasses. And 9 and 10. Now leave the hands out in front of you, flip the palms towards each other. Let's do bow and arrow. Left hand will stay where it is. You'll rotate to the right, looking back to the foot bar. As your elbow pulls back to the foot bar, is that your sternum 12 where it wraps around your ribs, or your bra strap. Reach the hand forward. Leave the right hand where it is. Pull that left hand back, elbows straight back to the foot bar. Gaze goes back to the foot bar. Rotate strongly. Leave that hip where it is, or this bone where it is on the mat. And rotate right. And rotate left. And rotate right. Again, guys, just like elbow to knee, think of moving from the belly button up and rotating the ribs across the body. Here's 5. Good. Flip the palms down now. Hinge your body forward. Bend the elbows and bring the biceps in line with the ribs. Don't flare your ribs. Draw your ribs in, and press back for short lever triceps first. 2, 3, belly button up and in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Now, bring the arms down by your side, long, and now press back for 10. And long over, press back for 9, 8. Squeeze under the arms, tweeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Here's 3, here's 2, and here's 1. Sit up tall, take the straps in your left hand, rotate towards the right, or the opposite hand is holding both straps. Now, take the top hand, or my right hand, I'm going to bring it down to the box, and I'm going to carefully come onto my back without falling off of my box onto the floor. All right, we're going to do backstroke first. Same body position as it would be for teaser. Your shoulders are going to be slightly off the box. We're going to bring both legs to tabletop. Bring your hands so your knuckles are facing each other, they're together. Pull the straps over your sternum 12 and then curl up and reach your forehead for your hands. Find that tight position, really reach. So you're really coming into a tight ball button tabletop. Reach your hands up and your feet up. Open your feet and your hands. Circle them down and around. Squeeze your legs to working level. Bring your legs into tabletop. Bring your hands back over your sternum and reach your forehead for your hands. Lift arms, lift legs. Circle arms and legs. Find the working level and bring it back in. And lift. Open and circle and in. Now let's reverse. So we're going to lift our arms and our legs. Extend them both long away from us. Circle the opposite direction so everything's coming back into the ceiling. Bring our hands over our sternum 12, our legs to tabletop. Reach your forehead for your hands. Arms and legs up, arms and legs down. Circle arms and legs, original position. And lift, and lower, and circle, and original position. Now, reach your legs long over the box, and reach your arms down to the side. When starting teaser, you don't want any slack in your ropes because it makes it harder to engage your muscles properly to lift up into a safe teaser. So find a little bit of tension in your ropes so that there's no slack. We want our feet and our eyes to lift at the same time. So reach your hands down like we just did for rowing, down below the box. Begin to articulate up, pressing into the straps, lifting your arms and your legs together, your feet and your eyes together. Now, still reach forward, but begin to lower your feet and your eyes. The articulation will lower the straps. Lower the straps and reach long down to the bottom. But keep that tension in the straps. Begin to articulate up. Reach, 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 reach. Now tiny circles away from your legs for 3, 2, and 1. And now into the legs. 1, and 2, and 3. Now tuck the tail. Keep your eyes and your feet in line as you lower everything down. We're doing this exercise assuming that everyone has done the teaser before, guys. So if you have not, please take your teaser to the floor. Otherwise, we're going to reach down, 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 down as we begin to articulate up into that V shape for the teaser and lower the feet 3 inches and lift the feet 3 inches and lower the feet 3 inches. The body does not move. Now lower the eyes, lower the feet, lower the arms, let go of the straps, and very carefully come to the side and come off the box without falling off your box, guys. So, I'm giving this class assuming that everyone has done the exercise of teaser. This is a more advanced class. Again, if you have not, please feel free to do the teasers, because we're going to do some more on the floor. Otherwise, let's go ahead and take our boxes off. We're going to raise our headrest, and we're going to add 1 glute spring. We're going to go into a long stretch series. One hand's going to go onto the edge closest to the foot bar. The other hand will go away. I'm going to reach 1 foot up. I'm going to place the ball of my foot between the headrest and the carriage. I'm going to do a classical long stretch, extend my leg. I'm going to lift my other leg up and over. Ball of my foot will go in between the headrest and the carriage, and my heels are together on Pilates feet. From there, I'm going to press out and come back in. I'm going to squeeze my glutes, draw my belly to my spine, pull the foot bar apart with my shoulders to make my shoulder blades and my collarbones nice and wide. If you feel your back swaying, tuck your tail slightly. 1 more, and we're going to add on. So from here, I'm going to press out. Now, staying pressed out, I'm going to lift my tail into a pike, drop my ears by my biceps. I'm going to press back out into a long stretch and bring my body back across the foot bar, shoulders over wrists. Now press out on 1, pike on 2, extend on 3, back in on 4. Here's 3. We're going to go to 5. If you find this is not the exercise for you, please go to the previous exercise. Squeeze those glutes. And here's 4. Think of narrowing in the pelvis and finding the teaser in a different position. And bring it back in. Now drop your knees, tuck your toes, place your heels in front of the shoulder block. We're going to go into down stretch, then elephants. Now, for down stretch, squeeze the glutes, press the hips forward, lift the necklace or sternum position to crank your chin to the ceiling, and now press away, keeping the same body position. You don't want to sink in the back as you do long stretch. You want to keep the same position the whole time. This is a back extension position for work, but we're not crunching in the low back. We want a continuous curve from the top of our head up through our tail. Now, keep the carriage at the bumper. Tuck your feet, pike your hips back, and walk your feet to flat on the carriage in front of the shoulder blocks. Keep your biceps by your ears. Tuck your tail round up. We're going to keep the same rounded position the whole time, reaching away from the foot bar as we press the carriage away and resist it back under for 10. And press away and resist back there for 9. 8. Keep that rounded position the whole time.
Imagine someone's punching you in the stomach whenever you come back in. So you're really deepening behind the belly button, really articulating through the back and pulling up in that C-shaped curve. And one. Now, flat back your body, reaching your ears by your biceps again. And now this is more of a hamstring stretch and press and release. While we're doing this, for those of us with hip replacements, please do not do this exercise. Please continue with the round back exercise. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those of us with hip replacements, please feel free not to do this exercise. We're going to do a squared hip arabesque for the elephant. So I have my foot flexed, my hips are squared. Go ahead and take a look. And I'm going to press and release. Still reaching away from the foot bar. Keep your biceps by your ears. Here's 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, replace the foot carefully and with control. Now the right foot will come up. Go ahead and make sure your hips are square. And press away from the shoulder block. And now start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring the foot back through the headrest. Place it back in front of the shoulder block. Keep the hands on the foot bar and drop your knees to the carriage. Rotate towards the left hand. We're going to go into mermaid, chest expansion, and thigh stretch. And then guys, we're going to go into some feet and straps and do a final teaser. While we're here, if classical mermaid is not an accessible position for you, there are some things that you can do. Perhaps you would like to Z-sit, where the bottom leg is parallel with the side of the frame. If that's not accessible to you, you can dangle the top leg off the front. If that doesn't work, you can crisscross applesauce. When we go to the other side, please crisscross applesauce with the other leg in front, or you can sit with your legs dangling to the side. I'll be doing classical mermaid. My hand is in front of the center spring. I'm more weight in my pinky blade edge. I want to work from under the arm. I don't want to release here at all. My left hand is on the shoulder block, palm up. I'm going to press away by reaching up and over and straightening that right arm, squeezing under the arm the whole time. I'm going to come back up by bending that right arm, using my obliques on the left side to pull myself up to sitting tall. I'm going to hold on to my headrest or my shoulder block with my left arm and reach my right arm up, bicep by ear, for the wall and the ceiling meet. Come back out to a T, place my hand back on the foot bar in front of the center, and reach up and over. Drive my ribs in, drive my belly button, my spine, finding that nice stretch. Release the carriage, come back up, and reach over. One more. And come back in, and reach towards the uprights. Place your hand down on the carriage as you release your knees under you or find your way to the chest expansion thigh portion of the class. My shoulders are against the shoulder, my thighs are against the shoulder blocks, but a common misconception is that you need to jam your knees in, but when you do that, your hips scooch back. So really what we want to find is our knees under our hips, our shoulders over our hips. And when we squeeze our glutes, they're going to have tactile feedback from the shoulder blocks, but you're not jamming yourself in there for dear life, right? I'm going to take my handles and place them on my wrist like bracelets. And then I'm going to choke up until I'm at the knot or the tape. I'm going to hold on to it with my pointer finger and my thumb. From there, I'm going to pull the carriage back by tweezing the bottom tips of my shoulder blades, reaching down my underarms. Imagine we're doing the rowing or we're doing the triceps, and release. Let's do one more right here and then we'll add the head. And release.
Now pull back, look to the right, center, left, center, and release. Now pull back, keep your shins attached to the carriage the whole time. Look left, center, right, center, release. Now pull back, squeeze those glutes, look right, center, left, center, release, and pull back. Look left, center, right, center, release. Now lift your arms up, flat back hinge, squeeze the glutes. Imagine you're between a panini press and pull back. Only pull back as far as you can to release yourself back without having to swing your arms up to do it. And now reach back. And lift. Find a nice thigh stretch here, guys. Now, we're going to add a chest lift or a tiny little necklace lift to the ceiling in our thigh stretch, if you would like. If not, please feel free to continue the thigh stretch. We're going to hinge back and lift just our necklace to where the wall and the ceiling meet. Come back to neutral and lift back up. Flat back, hinge back. Lift our necklace, come back to neutral. This is a harder back extension, guys. We have reduced the bony landmarks. And lift and come back and release. Now, go ahead and sit back, toes together, knees apart. Peg the straps, scooch back slightly. We're going to go ahead and come into a quick child's pose with our forehead resting on our headrest. We're going to do the other side mermaid, and then we're going to go into feet and straps. Walk your hands back, begin to articulate out. Again, guys, pick your favorite leg position over for the other side mermaid. And if you're doing crisscross applesauce, please go ahead and change the other leg in front. Here's the center. I'm bringing my hand forward, placing my pinky blade edge on the foot bar, flipping my right palm up on the shoulder block. I'm going to straighten my elbow to reach away. Bring my bicep by my ear. And I'm going to bend my elbow down, use my right side obliques to sit up tall, grab my shoulder block or my peg, and reach for the wall and the ceiling meet on the opposite side, bringing my bicep by my ear. Out to a T, and down, and reach up and over. And come back up. And opposite side stretch. One more. And then it's time for everybody's favorite feet and straps. Yay! And we'll look down and make sure my springs are on one medium, one light, one red, one blue, or they're whatever I use for feet and straps. So go ahead and change your springs to your feet strap tension. If you're on handles, go ahead and change to feet straps. I'm going to come on my back. I'm going to extend my legs along on the foot bar. I have my feet straps, whichever leg I want to. I'm going to bend the knee in, put that strap around the foot, extend that leg with the strap long. Find the other foot, straighten that leg, adjust away as needed from the shoulder block. I'm going to come into a frog. When I'm in a frog, I'm going to tuck my tail. I'm going to leave my tail on the floor. That'll increase my glute stretch. Now I'm going to press my legs away and in. While we're here, I challenge you to make this footwork harder for your body by pressing your feet lower than you normally would. And you'll really feel the connection across your abs and your ribs as you fight to keep your ribs connected to the mat in a neutral spine. Make sure your knees are tracking over your big toe. 2 more. And then we're going to start my favorite footwork series, which is a contemporary footwork series, but I think it's the best. We're going to pull into a diamond. You're going to know the right place for your diamond because it's going to feel the hardest place for you to hold it. So play with it for a second and see if coming in a little bit increases the diamond work, or pressing out increases the diamond work, or lowering your feet an inch increases it. Now, leave your straps on the insides of your knees if that's where they are, and close your knees and open. I have
I have a finger on each strap to pull my straps down so that I can get the added inner thigh work. If that's what you were looking for. Perhaps it's not. Perhaps you're looking for outer thigh. You can bring it here too. But don't open so far that you've gone past your rotational, your Pilates view rotation. Let's do one more. Now, just let your straps go wherever, because staying in the diamond position, we're gonna lift, 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 resisting the spring tension up. I don't care if your feet are pointed or flexed here. Now, press from the hamstrings and that smile line to press your feet away from you. And keep the rotation, tracking the knees over the big toe. And press it away from you. And lift. And press. Here's 4. Nice and slow, guys, so we can really work those tiny muscles that we don't really work a lot. And here is 5. Find that heel connection. 6. Find that rib and hip connection. Don't allow the ribs to flare. 5. Might want to adjust your diamond a little bit to try to find that really deep connection if you're not able to find it. 1 more. Now, float your legs back up, extend them long. We're going to do double leg circles. So we're going to open, circle legs down and around with control, and lift. 5 in each direction, nice and slow. Open, circle down and around, and lift. We want a nice slow work here so you can really find the stretch. And don't tuck that tail on the way out. Here's 4. And here is 5. Now we're going to reverse when we get to the top. Now lower down through the center. Open the legs wide. Circle them down, around, and up, and down. Circle down, around, and up. Here's 3. And 4. And 1 more. And down, around, and up. Now from there, we're going to keep our feet there, put 2 fingers on the straps to keep my tailbone firmly grounded, and I'm just going to pull my legs gently for a hamstring stretch. Now I'm going to open my legs wide to the side, and I can rock gently from side to side if I like. Good. Now, from there, I'm going to keep my feet up to the ceiling, and I'm going to come into the happy baby, but not necessarily holding. I'm going to hold on to my straps because my feet are in the straps. And I'm going to put my elbows on the insides of my knees and really drop that tail and my sacrum down to the mat to increase that stretch on my inner part of my leg. Now, bring your feet to a butterfly. And you can pull those straps in to increase the stretch. Now either stay here, or if it's accessible to you, you can drop your feet down to the springs for a different sort of stretch here. Wide, wide butterfly stretch. Now to get out of this stretch, we're going to come back to the butterfly with our feet to the ceiling. We're going to come back to the happy baby. We're going to come back to the wide straddle. We're going to come back to our feet to the ceiling. We're going to bend our knees and straighten my left leg, take my right leg out, Reach my right leg down as I'm going to bend my left leg until I find that foot bar safely with my right leg. Bend my left leg to find that foot strap, find the foot bar and come down.
We're going to do teaser to the side of the machine. If you are uncomfortable doing teaser on top of the machine, you can go ahead and do it on your mat. Otherwise, I'm not going to sit on the very edge because when I rock up to my teaser, I'm going to rock right off the carriage. So I'm going to sit back so my sits bones are firmly planted on the carriage. I'm bring my feet up to tabletop, and then I'm going to roll down or articulate down with control. I'm going to find a good place where I feel like I can roll up, not fall off the machine. I'm going to reach my fingers down towards my hips. I am in a C-shaped curl. So I'm going to stay right here, right? I'm going to slight curl up. I'm going to do it to the side of the machine so you can see it first. I'm going to inhale, exhale, extend my legs, and reach up, reaching my fingers to my toes. Then I'm going to bend my knees, tap my tail, and articulate down with control. I'm going to inhale, exhale, articulate up. Oh my gosh, I'm going to try that again because it's really hard to articulate up with control. And articulate up, 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 up. There we go. And then I'm going to circle my arms away from me for 1, and a 2, and a 3. If you're feeling it in your quads, go ahead and turn your feet out. Pilates V if you have not. If you have, diamond your legs. Draw my legs into tabletop. Articulate down, 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 down. We have 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Articulate up, 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 up. Reach my fingers for my toes. Turn my feet out to Pilates V. And slow beats for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Flat back. Don't forget that. Tabletop. Tuck your tail, articulate back. Woo! Now, hold on behind your knees gently and allow your legs to pull you up while you reach your ribs to your hips. Sit back on the carriage. Separate your feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Inhale up. Exhale, dive down. Circle your hands through your legs and bring your hands to the outside or pinky blade edge of your toes. Round over and look in towards the frame of your reformer and breathe into your back. So often we're breathing into the front of the body. Let's really think of breathing through the back and releasing it. Go ahead and shake your head. Nod it. Release any neck tension. Now release your hands. Articulate up. Inhale the arms up and exhale them down. Guys, thank you for joining me. If you have any questions or need any modifications, please feel free to reach out, and I hope to see you again. Thank you.